Welcome to the Ill Chill Will Show. I'm your host, Will, and this is episode 6. I just want to thank y'all for joining me on another week, y'all. In today's episode, we're going to discuss the wild weekend in the WNBA. Chicago Sky versus Indiana Fever. Got some things to talk about. We're going to also talk about the NBA Finals. I have some predictions for y'all, and I want to also hear y'all predictions on the NBA Finals. Some players in the NFL got some money. We're going to talk about that, and I'm going to give my take on who got paid and who shouldn't have gotten paid and all the ins and outs of that. And last but not least, the Let's Talk About It segment. I got something special for y'all this week. Stay for it. I promise you will love it. But first,
I said I'm ready for greatness. 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 I said I'm ready for. You learn to live no strange. I said I'm ready for greatness.
So the WNBA this weekend, man, was crazy. Mainly Saturday. Indiana Fever versus the Chicago Sky. I put out a reel and a short video on TikTok. And man, did they go crazy and got flooded with a lot of comments, man. And look, I understand everybody have their opinion about different things, and that's fine. But I just don't like the fact that every single time a black athlete is involved in some type of physical situation, they're always being labeled thugs. And it's just messed up. Like every single time any black athlete is involved in anything, their character is always getting undressed. Past issues and a bunch of past things is being brought up that don't even have to have anything to do with the situation that happened on Saturday. Now, am I going to get up here and defend Shanity Carter's shoulder check or hip check or whatever y'all want to call it against Caitlin Clark? No, I'm not going to defend that because that's something that she shouldn't have done. But what I'm not going to also do, and that's label her as something that she's not. Okay, these women are very competitive, man. And we can't just keep on saying that, Caitlin, she's the victim. We can't just keep on doing that. All the rookies are being beat up on. Y'all saw, like we didn't get this much of an uproar when I talked about Angel Reese. First she was knocked down by Alyssa Thomas of the Connecticut Sun a play before, and then when they came back down court, she was on the floor until they came back down to the other end. So pretty much what I'm trying to say is Angel Reese got knocked down. She didn't get back up and run back on defense. She stayed down on the Sun side. It wasn't until she wasn't back up until the Sun and her team got back down to the Sun side. So when she got up, she got back on defense and she tried to get a rebound. And then she got a clothesline from hell, choke slam, whatever you want to call it, by Alyssa Thomas. And no one gave this big of an uproar about what happened to Angel. But as soon as Caitlin Clark get bumped a little by the Storm player a couple of days before, and then she get shoulder checked by Shanity Carter, and I keep calling her Kennedy because of Chris Canty, but we're going to get into unsportsmanlike soon. But Shanity Carter, with the shoulder check, everybody is making a big issue about this, but I'm telling you, the game is physical. The game is very physical, and I feel like Mr. Wilson C. of the Humble Opinion _ and UFMTV _ on Instagram, Wilson C. I feel like he explained it best. And he said that Caitlin Clark hate is fake. And I agree with him. At first, I was thinking to myself, and I even put a comment saying that, I feel like her teammates have some jealousy towards her. And to be honest, man, like it could be a little bit of that, and it might not be a little bit of that. It might be the fact that, she's getting so much attention. People got to realize, man, when has the last time the WNBA has been pushed this hard. Can anybody think of it? I can't even think of it. And I'm a visitor here. You know, I just started watching women's basketball more all the way back to, I'm talking about all the way back like it was a long time. Last year. I started last year, starting off with the first national championship between LSU, which Angel Reese was on that team, and Caitlin Clark. And it wasn't because it was a black and white thing. It was just because of the women's college basketball game was just looking so good, man. And it's still looking good. But I never viewed the college game as being superior to the WNBA game. And I was fed up with the men's because it's like you don't know anybody. And their basketball was a lot sloppy. Like it was sloppy big time. Sloppy big time. And I didn't like it. So I started watching more women's basketball last year, starting off with the NCAA tournament and NCAA national championship between LSU and Iowa. So I'm just a visitor here. You know, I'm learning more about how physical the game has been myself, and I'm not going to sit up here and try to make it seem like I've been watching for such a long time and I know this and I know that. I know this play, I know that play. I'm not even going to do that. I'm learning as I go, but what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to start assassinating someone's character, man. And I feel like Shanity Carter is getting the short end of the stick. We need to put some respect on her name, man. Do we need to condone what she did? No, but we also need to put some respect on her name because I feel like she's being taught, she's being villainized and being talked about like she's a nobody. But I'm telling you right now, she is a straight up baller, man. And before I get into how much of a baller that she is, let's talk about Grayson Allen. Grayson Allen had a long string from college to the NBA of a whole bunch of cheap shots, a whole bunch of trips, a whole bunch of little butt poke outs and stuff. Darn near injuring players. I think he even injured a player in the playoffs. I had to check into that one and get back with y'all on it. But he wasn't labeled as a thug or anything like that. Matter of fact, he was given the benefit of the doubt. Most instances talking about, the commentator was like, we don't know if he did that on purpose. We don't know. And then they see the replay and be like, yeah, I don't know how the ref missed that one. But that's it. It stops right there. They don't go into his character saying, he's just a spoiled brat or all these different things. Like, I'm not gonna say, offensive words, but y'all get what I'm saying. So with that being said, we gotta keep it straight across the board. If we're gonna start ripping people down and talking about their character, we need to do it straight across the board because y'all gave Grayson Allen so much grace, and everybody know Grayson Allen is a white guy. So once again, like, the race comes into the factor. And black players are always getting the short end of the stick. They're always being villainized every single time there's a physical altercation. But back to Shanity Carter right quick. And unsportsmanlike, Chris Candy called Kennedy Carter, most of the segment this morning. And I feel like with ESPN, come on, man. Stop putting these people in front of these mics that don't know about every sport, and then you just throw a mic in front of them and have them just assassinate people, and they don't even know the full story. Like ESPN had other people. I don't know who said it, but somebody else said that, this is a woman that she talking about Shanity Carter. This is the same woman that tried to that fought one of her teammates, a couple of years ago, just pretty much trying to rip her down. But the fact of the matter is that wasn't true. She expressed that she wanted to fight a teammate, and wanting to fight somebody and actually fighting somebody, it's a huge difference. She didn't fight anyone. Okay. Her coach, Nikki Colin, when she was first drafted with the Atlanta Dream, she said that Carter was misunderstood and she felt overshadowed. And Carter herself said she had a chip on her shoulder coming into the league because she felt overshadowed by Sabrina Ionescu. Okay, now let's stop right there. I've been on record and I said before, this wasn't going to go well for the WNBA if you're constantly pushing one player. I understand Caitlin Clark, she broke all the records. But what you're not understanding what these women in the league are, where they're coming from. It's like, we've been here. Why are y'all pushing her so hard? And I understand like a money factor plays into it. But if you put a bullseye on anybody's back, that bull is going to go after them. You paint anybody red, the bull is going after them. So everybody's getting after Caitlin Clark because they're crowning her. They're saying that she's the one. So she's going to get everyone's best and their roughest every single night. And that's across every sport, every single sport. That's what's going to happen. The Las Vegas Aces, they're 2-time defending champs. They're getting every team's best effort every single night on a nightly basis because everybody know that they're the top of the scale. They're at the top. So if you're at the top, people gonna be coming for you. So they put Caitlin at the top. I said this was gonna cause problems. Other women were gonna feel some way that's been there and is already starting, and it's not gonna be the end of it. Now, Jerry Jones said once before about the Cowboys. He said all news about the Cowboys is good, both bad and good. So this is bad news about the league, but at the same time, the WNBA can also use this to continue to further the game, to continue to help people help people understand. Monica McNutt, Shanae, Andrea, like it's a whole lot of different ladies that work for ESPN that play the game, and they do a great job at commutating and analyzing the game and helping people understand the game. And I think that's what people need to do. People need to stop. If you don't understand the game, if you haven't watched the WNBA and you're not used to seeing the physicality, then maybe you need to do your homework before you start passing judgment on the game and on the players. Now, with that being said, let's get back into Kennedy Carter. Keep on trying to call her Kennedy because of that damn CC on unsportsmanlike. They really need to get it together. I don't like the way they do sports, period. They're always over the top and always overreacting, and I'm sick of it. But Kennedy Carter, man, she is a straight up baller, man. This is not a nobody. Kennedy Carter, she was picked 4th overall in the 2020 WNBA draft. She came out of Texas A&M. She played 3 years there, just 3 years. She didn't do 4. She came out because she was 20. And she was turning 21 that year, so she was eligible to enter the draft. So she went on ahead, which she should have. She averaged 22.5 points, 1.5 steals, 4 assists, 4 rebounds on 43% shooting for Texas A&M. Yes, she should have came out because right there, those stats right there that I just read, that shows you that she's a baller. And that was in 88 career games. Now, check this out. When she broke into the NBA, drafted by the Atlanta Dream, 4th overall, she became the youngest player in WNBA history to score 30 points in a game. She not only did that, but she also scored 25 points on 4 occasions, becoming the 4th first-year player to score 25 plus points in the game for that long of a stretch. She only played 16 games. She would have won the Rookie of the Year had she not got injured against the Connecticut Sun. She hurt her ankle. But she averaged 17 points that season, man. 17 points. Even when she got back from injury, she ripped off 26 points right off the bat. Okay? So when she say things like, what does Caitlin Clark bring to the table besides a 3-ball? She can say that. She got that chip. Not only the chip, but she got the stats to back it. This is a very good player. Kennedy can play, man. Don't get it twisted. Okay, and another thing that CC was wrong about, talking about Chris Canty this morning, he also said that Caitlin Clark game transitioned to the WNBA, and that's because she's scoring 16 points a game. Okay, but you was wrong. She's not scoring 16 points a game. She's scoring 15 points a game. Kennedy Carter averaged 17 points per game, albeit it was on 16 games played, but she averaged more points per game this far than Caitlin Clark. So Kennedy is not a nobody. She can ball. She's a very passionate player, man. Very passionate player. And sometimes that can get the best of her. But I tell you one thing, she didn't fight a teammate. That was false. She didn't fight a teammate. She expressed that she wanted to. Okay. Even Derek Fisher, when she played for the LA Sparks, after she expressed that she wanted to fight a teammate, the Atlanta Dream felt like they needed to shut her down. So they shut her down. They suspended her for that, and then they traded her to the Sparks. Once she got traded to the Sparks, she bumped heads with Derek Fisher. But Derek Fisher was fired. A lot of the ladies didn't like Derek Fisher. I feel like that was a Derek Fisher problem. She sat out the 2023 season, and now she's back. And when she come back, she's still being overshadowed. Of course, she's going to have some aggression built up. Does that mean she should have did what she did against Caitlin Clark? No, it doesn't. But it still doesn't mean that we have the right to try to say that she's a bad person and she's a thug and that she's no good and that, she's a nobody. She shouldn't be on the floor. This woman can play. She been through a lot to get to this point. She shouldn't have done that, but at the same time, we're not going to sit up here, and we shouldn't sit up here and attack her character off of one play. We need to give her grace. Now, let's just hope that moving forward, this doesn't happen again for her. But she can play. The foul was upgraded to a flagrant one. People calling for suspensions and all this other stuff. It's a part of the game, man. If you're going to suspend her, then you got to go back and suspend Alyssa Thomas also. But with that being said and done, man, like, hey, we need to keep race out of it. We need to keep people backgrounds out of it. And most importantly, man, every single time a black athlete does anything wrong, we need to stop pulling that thug card, man. All black people are not thugs, okay? And I'm telling you that. That's coming from a civilian, a non-thug myself. You'll know a thug if you see one. All black players and all black people are not thugs. But that's all I have for this segment, man. We're going to be getting into the next segment. I'm going to start talking about the NBA Finals. More basketball coming y'all way. So the NBA Finals kick off this coming Thursday. That's when this podcast also drop, y'all. Plugging in the podcast, the Ill Chill Will Show, every Thursday. Be kicking off, and of course, I mean, if you've been sleeping underneath a rock, you know that it's going to be the Dallas Mavericks versus the Boston Celtics. And my first question to everyone is, which player has the most pressure to get it done? I think I asked this question before, but it's a good time to ask the question again. Which person needs it the most? Which player needs it the most? And I mean, hands down, I feel like the Celtics. Both Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum need it because they're being crowned the guys that supposed to bring a championship to the seas. And we know how it is in Boston. Like, if you're not bringing a championship, you get no love. No different from the Lakers. Laker fans, I'm a Lakers fan myself. Y'all know how it is. If you don't bring a championship to the Lakers, you get no love. So I feel like that's the same situation that Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum is in, man. I want to see a great finals, man. I really do. The Celtics, they really did a great job. They've been running through the league this year, man. The point differential that they have, like that, the Celtics has been really good. And to be getting Porzingis back, Porzingis is available for them for game one. It changes their team once again because now Al Horford, he can go back to the bench and Porzingis can start. And Porzingis, like he's a much better shooter at this point in his career than Al Horford is. Al Horford, he can knock down some threes, but he's not as consistent as Porzingis is. Porzingis also gave them a better rim protector. So this changes a lot. He's going to be able, I feel like he's going to be able to combat, those lobs that Luka and Kyrie like to throw to Daniel and Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively. I think he's going to be able to tip a few of those passes. Now the Celtics, they're going to have to buckle down on defense, man. Jason Tatum, he's going to have to really, really buckle down on defense. You cannot go to sleep on Luka. I don't know who's going to draw the assignment mostly for Luka, whether it's Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum. But one of them is going to have to check him. Or the Boston Celtics, they could go the route where as though, okay, you have Derek White and Drew Holiday. Both of them start, but at the same time, both of them can't check Kyrie. Are you going to alternate them two between Kyrie, or are you going to put Drew Holiday, which is the bigger guy, on Luka, and put Derek White on Kyrie, and allow Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum to score? That could be a big factor for the Boston Celtics. Maybe they should think about doing that, because if you're just alternating Derek White and Drew on Kyrie, and just allowing Jason Tatum, to be on Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown to be on Luka, they're gonna be tired. Jaylen Brown was tired a couple of years ago trying to chase around Steph Curry. Like he couldn't do much. Well, Jason Tatum, Brown had a pretty good series, but that was hard. You can't put that on one player. Luka, he's a lot different than Steph Curry, but at the same time, he's very lethal too. So the question is, who's gonna win? All right, I said I know who has the most pressure. I feel like the Boston Celtics has the most pressure. Now, who do y'all feel like is gonna win? Me? Who do I feel like is gonna win? To be honest with you, I'm scared to pick because I don't like being wrong. But I've been right this far. I said that the Dallas Mavericks was going to make it to the finals. A lot of people laughed it off. A lot of people thought I was tripping, but they're here. And I also went as far as saying that I felt like the Dallas Mavericks was going to win the NBA championship, and I'm sticking with that. Do I want the Boston Celtics to win? No, of course not. Not being a Lakers fan. No. That's crazy. Do I like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and their team as a whole? Yes, but they just happen to be playing for the wrong team, so I can't go for them. I can't go for the Boston Celtics. I'm with the Dallas Mavericks all day. I'm a Lakers fan. I can't a Lakers fan going for the Boston Celtics. Come on now. Y'all know that's not right. So yeah, man, let me stop playing. I'm going to take the Dallas Mavericks in 6 games. And that's because Luka is signed to Jordan. So I feel like, by him being signed to Jordan and Jordan never played a game 7 in the NBA Finals, I'm going to say Luka can get it done. Luka and Kyrie and their whole team can get it done in 6 games. That's what I'm going to say, man. But, you got a lot of good storylines with this thing. A lot of people, they starting to bring up Kyrie Irving and his time in Boston and trying to say how he matured and all this other mess. Like, what did Kyrie really do besides say some things here and there? But, I mean, we're acting like Kyrie was a technical foul person, like always getting technical fouls and having off the court issues. Like Kyrie always been cool. Now, did he come with some baggage at times? Yes. Did he want to take time off during the seasons and stuff? Yes, he did. But we're not going to sit up here and try to make it seem like he was the worst ever. Like, come on now. We don't got to do that. But Kyrie back to Boston, man, that's a great storyline. Jason Kidd won championship, NBA championship with the Dallas Mavericks as a player. Now he has the opportunity as a head coach for the same team, the Dallas Mavericks, to win a championship. I said also that Jason Kidd was the best coach left. That's nothing against Coach Joe Mazzulla. That's nothing against him. But I just feel like Jason Kidd has been coaching his butt off this whole season, and especially the playoffs. I feel like Dallas Mavericks are a better defensive team. They can get stops when they need to get stops at the right time. I can't trust Boston with that. I can trust Drew Holiday to do something, but Drew Holiday just one player. So that's what I got, man. I mean, Luka, he's coming into the game averaging 28 points per game. He's the highest scoring player in the series. Coming into this series, you got Kyrie Irving. He's averaging 22. Jason Tatum, he's averaging 26. Jaylen Brown, 25. It's going to be a very good finals. I hope so. I want to see offense, but I don't want to see too much offense. I want to see some defense being played too. But what y'all think? Who do y'all think is going to win a championship? How many games do y'all think is going to go? Hit me up on X. I go by ill_chill_will on X, and just let me know what y'all think. Final start on Thursday, y'all. Do not miss it. ABC, whatever you going to decide to watch it on, it's on regular TV, so everybody's straight. I'm straight. So, hey, just let me know what y'all think, and let's enjoy the finals. Yo, this is Will, host of the Ill Chill Will Show. I just want to thank y'all first and foremost for tuning in this week. And if you're new here, come on back. If you've been here and you came back, thank you for coming back. You can catch the Ill Chill Will Show every Thursday, y'all. I'm dropping each and every Thursday on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeart, YouTube, and Amazon Music. Each and every Thursday, catch the Ill Chill Will Show. And I thank y'all for y'all support. So, the NFL, man, they're handing out some paychecks, and I'm here for it. I love seeing players getting paid, man, and we got a lot to get into. You know, the Vikings, they opening up their wallet. The Dolphins opening up their wallet. And, of course, you know, the 49ers, they always finding some money. But let's get right into it, man. Justin Jefferson got the bag, man. $140 million, 4-year extension. That brings his annual salary to $35 million, man. That's what's up for Justin Jefferson. Jalen Waddle, he also got the bag. Kudos to him, making him the 5th highest paid receiver, getting $28 million a year. That's what's up for him. And finally, last but not least, CMC. CMC, man, the 49ers opened up their wallet to him, giving him $38 million over the next 2 years. That's $19 million a year, keeping him as the highest paid running back, y'all. So congratulations to them. Yeah, so how do y'all feel about that? Me, I don't have no problem with that. I feel like the Vikings, they definitely made the right choice. JJ McCartney, he needs a security blanket, of course, and Justin Jefferson can be that. Long as Justin is healthy, he can get open against most coverages. You know, he's going to be doubled. There's going to be coverages rolled to the side. So I feel like Justin Jefferson getting paid at this time, it's good. It's definitely good for their young quarterback, and I think it's going to be good for the team as a whole. What do y'all think about it, though? CMC, he was a touchdown machine last year. If you had CMC on your fantasy football team, man, let me know if he won y'all the championship. I wish I had him. I stayed away from him because he was hurt, man. He kept on having those hamstring injuries and ankle injuries and stuff, so I stayed away from him last year, man. And I had a chance to draft him this past year in my fantasy football league, but it didn't work out. It didn't work out at all. So, hey, if y'all had him, congratulations to you. I'm pretty sure he brought a whole lot of people championships, man, because like I said, CMC was a touchdown machine. So I don't have no problem with him still being the highest paid running back, getting $19 million. I'm pretty sure 49ers fans don't have a problem with that either. Dolphins, man, y'all have 2 of the top 5 highest paid receivers in the league. How do y'all feel about that? That's what I want to know. Because now Tua's in the last year of his contract. Y'all have to pay him. You paid Tyreek a couple of years ago. You just paid Jalen Waddle. So does that mean Tyreek is on his way out the door? Are y'all anticipating to part ways with Tyreek and move forward with Jalen? Like, I'm just trying to figure this out. I mean, I'm not trying to put any rumors out there, but that's the way it's kind of looking because, I mean, you got to pay Tua too. Or are y'all going to suffer on the defensive end of the ball? Where's Miami getting that money? You know, they starting to look like the 49ers. 49ers paying to everybody. So, and it also came out that the 49ers did a little bit of fibbing on those books. We can talk about that another day, though. But y'all know what I'm talking about. But, man, like, the Dolphins, man, like, 28. So Jalen's making 28. His new annual salary is $28 million. Tyreek Hill's making $30 million a year. So your offense is tied. $58 million of your offense, of your team especially, is tied into receivers. I don't think that's a good look. You can't do that moving forward. That's why I'm just calling it. I think Tyreek Hill may be on his way out the door. But Dolphins fans, what do y'all think about it, man? What do y'all think about people getting paid in the league? Do y'all feel like it's outrageous? Do y'all feel like they should change the salary cap, up the salary cap again? Because obviously this money is the effect of the salary cap going up. But should they do away with the salary cap? Like, I mean, come on now. What do y'all think about this money being handed out? I love it. I never thought I would see receivers make the money that they're making today. I mean, the money that Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, and Jalen Waddle are making, it's making CMC money look like chump change, and he had all those touchdowns. So I don't know, man. We need to talk about the running backs again, man. The running backs are not getting enough love. But with that being said and done, man, like, hey, people got paid. That's great for them. It's great for the league. What do y'all think? Is this one of y'all teams, Dolphin fans, Vikings fans, 49ers fans? How do y'all feel about this? Nico Collins for the Texans, he got paid too. So everybody's getting paid, man. Kudos to them. Great job for them getting paid and staying and sticking with the NFL. We about to get into the Let's Talk About It segment. Like I said, if y'all made it this far, thank y'all for listening, and I'm about to give y'all the treat.
Mahomes, Lamar, myself, Dak,
Joey B.
No, he didn't really play last year. And then Hurts. Dak, that boy. Final five.
Did y'all hear that? Let's talk about it, y'all. CJ Stroud, my boy, man. I love CJ for this. This is a player saying that Dak Prescott is a top 5 quarterback. And Gilly and Wallow, they couldn't believe it. He said it. Well, y'all better believe it. You better believe it. Dak Prescott, top 5 quarterback. And he played that way. He put the stats out there last year, man. You can't hate on it. You can't hate on it. He only have 2 playoff wins. I know. You don't have to tell me that. He's getting paid so much money. He hasn't done anything. He haven't won a Super Bowl. But a player just put Dak in his top 5 quarterbacks. Now you had somebody try to throw Joe Burrow in there, and I like Joe Burrow a lot, but Joe Burrow didn't play. He wasn't available. We talking about who was available last year, and Dak Prescott was a top 5 quarterback last year. Let's talk about it, y'all. Do y'all feel the same? Cowboy fans, how do y'all feel? There's a lot of Dak haters in Cowboy Nation. How do y'all feel? NFL fans, period. Fans of other teams, like, how do y'all feel? Do y'all agree with CJ? Because this is CJ saying it. And CJ balled out last year. He's going to play against Dak this year. Houston and Dallas are playing this year, by the way. So what do y'all think about it, man? I feel like I'm going to second CJ Stroud, my boy. saying that Dak Prescott was definitely a top 5 quarterback. Yeah. I don't have no problem with it, man. What y'all think about it, though? But, hey, that's the show for this week, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in once again to the Ill Chill Will Show, y'all. Each and every Thursday we're dropping. Every Thursday. Had to say it again. Thank y'all so much. If you came back, thank you for coming back. If this your first time here, come on back again. You can follow me on X. I go by @ill_chill_will on X. You can also follow me on TikTok. I go by @illchill_will. It's the same thing on Instagram. @illchill_will. Thank y'all once again for listening to the Ill Chill Will Show. I hope y'all have a great rest of your week. Tune into the finals. We're going to be talking about that some more next Thursday. And as usual, see y'all next time at the same time, same place. Peace and blessings.